Hello audience, this is Dennis Sietsma, Dennis John Sietsma Productions, Homestead, Florida, USA. Do-it-yourself work can result in death or injury, so do it at your own risk. This is a video diary update on my GT5000 2003 Craftsman riding lawn tractor, model number 917-276010. that I bought new. Unfortunately it caught fire. Oh, by the way, it's March 22nd 2024. It's a Friday. It's 5:50 in the afternoon. Anyway, it caught fire, and I think it was dry grass that got in the muffler, and I should have shut it down right away. And the only part I need right now is a hood, because it burned up in the fire and I can't find a reasonably priced replacement. And I saw some picture on the internet where a guy got like the duct that goes above the Kohler Commander 25 horsepower engine, and he used some unistrut or some metal like an erector set to hold the duct above the engine. But anyway, the first problem, one of the problems I had was I had to rebuild the governor, and of all the parts for that, the springs and what have you, no problem, except the little plastic spacers, the nylon spacers. Those things are expensive, and I looked for something else I could use and I couldn't find anything, so I had to pay the price and buy the spacers. I would not have had enough information to do the governor repair had I not taken pictures in the past and saved those, and took pictures of my neighbor's Kohler Command 27 horse on his mower. So that said, when I do a video production of my video diary segments, I'll put my references and my research and all my materials at the end of the video, so you can fast forward to the end if you want to see those, and it'll be like a slideshow, so you can pause it and get, I don't have to spend a lot of time saying numbers. Anyway, besides the governor rebuild, I had to replace the ignition coils that had burned, and that was pretty typical. And the carburetor had damage. This is not the burned up carburetor. This is one I bought, to the fuel solenoid. Didn't look very good. So I looked online for parts, and I decided to buy a whole carburetor. Well, I put this one on, it didn't work at all. So I looked up a rebuild or repair kit for this, and I found it was cheaper to buy another carburetor. So I bought another carburetor from another source, and that one worked fine. So that was one problem to overcome, was a brand new replacement carburetor that doesn't work. Okay, the other problem was, turned out I had a failed ignition switch, so I ordered another one, and it was the exact replacement. But I found out that every time I turned the switch to stop, it would blow the 30 amp fuse, and that was consistent till I realized that it was the wrong switch. So, you know, using the Craftsman part number, I ordered another ignition switch, and from another source, just like the carburetor. I got a good one the second time, where it wasn't blowing the fuse. But even after I found that, I found I couldn't start it, and on the PTO I had open contacts between C and G on the PTO. So got that sorted with a new PTO switch, but it still didn't want to start because it had a problem with the operator presence switch, relay 1, operator presence relay number 1. Well, rather than buy a wiring harness, which is pretty expensive, I had leftover wire from another project, so I'm an electrical engineer, so I fabricated a new harness using the wire. only no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to work. So I then discovered that when I released my foot from the clutch, it would kill the engine and it wouldn't start. So I studied this operator presence relay, and I came to the conclusion that the diagram is wrong. 87A and 87 are opposite. So I swapped the wires that go to 87, 87A, and boom, everything started working perfectly. So, you know, this 2007, they never corrected their drawing. That's why people can't properly troubleshoot this electrical system, because they've got a flaw in a major flaw in the schematic. So make a note that when you look at the operator presence relay, it's not like that. It's the wire that it's shown here that goes to 87 actually goes to 87A. Well, to fabricate one, I had to find a relay. Well, it turns out this Dorman relay is an exact replacement for the Craftsman. Dorman part number 99069, and it's a 30 amp relay. And it was just, you know, I just was looking for any any relay that would work with 12 volts rated for 30 amps, and I just happened to find one online, and I ordered it. Turned out it was an exact replacement. And while fooling around with all of this, I thought I had a bad relay. So anyway, the upshot is you can fabricate your own electrical harness exactly like it shows here, except for the operator presence relay. You have to swap 87 and 87A, and for the relay you can use this Dorman part number 88069 relay. That's available almost anywhere, all the auto supply. Now, if anybody's watching and they know where I can get the connectors for the PTO switch, I'd like to know that information. So post a comment if you know. And if you know the connector for the starter switch, or if you know the connector for the clutch switch. I have the switch, but anyway, I don't know the part numbers for the connector, so if anybody's watching this in the audience that can help me with that, please post a comment, or with a link if possible. Anyway, that's it. I still have problems with the tractor that I have to ferret out. Seems to run pretty well. I checked the compression and leak down test, and everything seemed acceptable. But when I turn the PTO on, the engine drops down, and I checked the deck. It's like there's too much drag in the PTO. And so next time I'm going to remove the PTO and check it with a battery energized. And I think that maybe part of the Kevlar from a belt failure prior got wrapped around in the internals of that PTO and adding a lot of drag that shouldn't be there when the PTO is turned on. So that'll be in a future video diary. I'll be trying to get that sorted. I don't think I need piston rings. It did run better when I put Marvel Mystery Oil in the gas tank, mixed with gas. So anyway, thanks for watching.